This week, my kids and I continued to learn about the Holocaust and World War II, and it's still going really well. They're learning so much more every day, with it being an interdisciplinary unit with social studies. In the beginning of the week, we were still reading The Sunflower, which I've mentioned in my post before, and how we were attempting to get it finished before The Speaker, the Holocaust survivor that's coming in next week. And we didn't get it finished, but we got to the part that I wanted them to read about the SS soldier actually asking Simon Wiesenthal, the Holocaust survivor, for forgiveness. That was the main part I wanted them to get to, so that's fine. And we're going to do a little bit more next week. So we did that, and the kids, I'm just continually impressed with their level of thinking within discussion. I mean, I always have topics and questions and everything prepared for discussion, but I've never really used them. They just generate these amazing questions and discussion on their own, and I'm lucky to have classes that are all very comfortable with each other and accepting and just feed off of each other in a really cool way. And it was actually great this week to have one of our special ed students was in class, and he misses class a lot, but he happened to be there one day when we were in the middle of discussion, and one of his kind of obsessions and things that he just knows so much about is World War II. And so I got to tell the class, that we were so lucky to have him there that day, to give us more information and to add to our discussion, and he did. He added so much, and was able to explain so many things, and the kids were really good about it, about kind of having the patience to let him go and let him speak his mind about things, and it was just a very, very cool thing that happened with that, and so hopefully he will continue to come to class. It's fourth period, and that's his first period of the day, so it was a little rough, but on Wednesday, we started watching The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, and I was nervous about showing a movie because that's not really my teaching style necessarily. I don't really like to just put a movie on, but I needed the students to actually feel, something for these people in the Holocaust, and they're getting it through their independent novels and through The Sunflower. They get it, and they're talking about it on the wiki in a very great way, and I can tell that they understand, but they don't necessarily really feel it. And this movie is heartbreaking. We finished it today, and there were lots and lots of tears, so it was kind of a rough day, but in a good way. I was glad that there were only a couple kids who really didn't get anything out of it. Everyone else was, had so many questions and just wanted to know more, and they said they were just excited to go and read their books now because they got them. They had the visual, and they were having trouble with the visuals. They could create them on their own, but now they have this added visual to add to their understanding. It just went really well. So, and we did quick writes each day. The first 2 days, they wrote before the movie, and the first quick write was it was a quote from The Sunflower about children in the Holocaust looking like old men and looking strange, uncanny when holding toys, because it just doesn't seem right, because they just look so weathered. So that was the first one. The second was a quote from the movie about the little boy's father saying that Jews aren't really people at all, basically, and they wrote about that. And today, they wrote after the movie, and wrote, for one, just initial reactions, and two, if they had felt sympathy for the father, if you've seen the movie, and what the irony was at the ending, and they produced some amazing writing today because they were so connected. And then I collected their war folders today for the first time. I'll collect them again in 2 weeks. But collected them for the first time today. They did a self-evaluation of their writing in their journals, both with just a number for each one, and also making comments. So that's what we did today. Everything's going really, really well. I'm so excited that these kids just love this unit. On Monday, we go to the D-Day Memorial in Richmond, or in Bedford, I guess. And next week's kind of a weird week. It's the field trip on Monday, a half day on Tuesday for conferences. So we're going to the library, or to the computer lab, so they can have some in-class time to work on the wiki, because classes are only 20 minutes or so. So that will be a good use of their time. Wednesday is benchmarks, always exciting. And Thursday, I'll only see some of the classes because our Holocaust speaker is coming in at 9:30, and he will be speaking for a while. So we'll miss a couple classes, but that's okay. I think that he's going to be an amazing speaker. The emails that we've been sending back and forth sounds like he's going to have so much to say and really going to make a mark with these kids. So I'm really excited for that. And Friday, I believe we're going to start working on the Action Research Project, introducing it, which is going to be, the kids are going to make videos home, like letters from the front, basically, but it's going to be in video form, more modern, like how soldiers can send videos home, like to America or wherever now. So they're going to be doing it with that, because we did one thing with video with the flip cameras, and I mean, just the quality of work that I got, and the understanding and the interest from so many more kids that usually aren't interested in anything was so high that I knew I wanted to do something with the flip cameras again. And I think letters from the front will be really good. It also encompasses one of my I think my Appleman lesson, that, switching lenses and kind of viewing from another person's point of view. So that'll be good. So that'll be action research and getting all that done, and then it's just kind of, student teaching's over after that, pretty much. But we're doing a big art project after that, which I'm very excited about. Another thing that we did this week in Titan Time, it was anti-bullying week at the middle school. So the whole school had lesson plans that everyone was supposed to do all week, and I knew my kids were just sick of all the bullying stuff because they do it all the time. They had just done an Outcast unit with my cooperating teacher. They were just kind of sick of all of the bullying stuff. So I completely changed it around, and we did a couple of things that they wanted us to, but then after watching some news videos and doing articles, stuff like that, they made Love is Louder videos. And if you go to loveislouder.com, you can see more about this campaign, but it's basically to help stop bullying, but people make videos that say love is louder than abuse, or love is louder than peer pressure, love is louder than bullying, or I was bullied for my entire life, but now I realize that love is louder. Things like that. So each of the kids in my Titan Time made these videos, and I'm going to edit them all together this weekend, but they're so good. They're amazing. Some of their stories and how honest they were willing to be, I was so impressed with their level of professionalism today, and just everything they created, and they're all pumped for me to edit it all together and see how it turns out. So that'll be something fun to do this weekend. But everything's going really well, and I'll tell you more next week.